Roth the Oliver Man is filmed before a live studio audience. Viewer discretion is advised. Alright, welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm Roth the Oliver Man, and several things are becoming apparent here. Number one, the 1365 has become a flat surface as it has accumulated all kinds of things in short order, which does not seem possible, but it is. And number two is, my vision for this is that it will drive out of its grave here under its own power. So that is what is holding us up. And the biggest thing that's holding us up is this spindle, which is stuck. Also, I do not have a tire for this side of the tractor. So for now, I'm going to move that tire over here, and then I can work on the spindle, and then I can get a tire mounted on there. I have plenty of junk tires for now, and then we'll be at least on two wheels. This tractor did not come with its original front rims. The tractor, they also had a 1650 gas, and I think it has a roll guard on it actually, or a canopy, you know. And they had swapped the tires off of this onto that tractor because I suppose it had better rubber. And I mentioned something to them once about it, but I would really like to get the original front wheels back because they are of a different, slightly cosmetic style, I guess you'd say, than the regular old electric wheels that we're used to seeing. So I really want to touch base with them again and see if those rims are still on the 1650, and if they have the rims that came off the 1650, I may get them some tires or something in exchange for the rims that go with this. And then when I get that accomplished, then I will buy good tires for it as we proceed with our project. But just to drive it around and move it, it doesn't care what it's wearing. So that is our goal here, is we have got to get this spindle unstuck. So step one is swapping tires, getting this tire out of our way so we can work. And I hear in the distance cows destroying things, so sure. Oh wow, not only does it only have two, but they're not even tight. Doesn't that make me feel good about myself? Now, I noticed another thing that I don't remember, and that is, these appear to be new. And so what I'm wondering is, if cheap old me, since it didn't, maybe it didn't have any, and I just went to the auto parts store and got two? I don't remember. But that is neither here nor there. The important thing is that I want to get this all taken care of. So I actually might, if you've noticed, I've been giving it a little bit of a cosmetic facelift. I think it kind of needs to look its best as it climbs out of the ground here. So I've been touching it up as I go. Maybe I need to wait with this, putting the wheel on, and clean that all up and give it the same treatment. I'm not sure. I might wait until I go through those wheel bearings, because I'm sure they're dry. But that's, I don't know. I might do that. I might just wait. We might just take tires off. I need to pick up my mess too, because I got engine parts scattered everywhere, trash on the ground I need to pick up. I am a slob. So I say we do that. Let's just take this one off, and we will focus our attention on this right here. The tractor is still being supported from its middle with the blocks we used when we split it. So there is no danger of it falling down to the ground. So, yeah. We have originale. They say Fiat on it. Cool. They must have been proud of their stuff, because they put their name in almost everything. Now, the trick is, I wonder where I got those other ones. Did I take one of these along and, you know, I don't remember. You know what else we could do? Check the toolbox. I don't think there's anything in the toolbox of any particular value, but one never knows. You know, you would think if you took the wheels off, you would have thrown those in there, but oh well. I want to take this in the house too again. I left it out here last night, and that's no go. So we can get working on our spindle. Okay. So in typical fashion of everything being the most difficult way, I am unfortunately out of welding gas in my service truck. So that's sad because it's nighttime. Can't get any. No big deal, right? I've got a torch on a cart. Well, the regulator decides to start leaking, so I can't use that. So now I have to wheel my torch cart next to the service truck, swap the regulators onto the tanks outside the truck so I can use the gas to get the thing loose that did the spider that ate the cat and the whatever the lady lives in a shoe. You know how it goes. So I'm going to get to that, and then I'm going to try to apply heat. Oh, well, yeah. I also noticed that another thing we need to give attention to, not just doing that reminded me, but they have put Americanized bolts in here, and I don't think they are tight enough. So we may be looking at putting new bolts in or getting 4-knee bolts. I don't know. We'll come up with something. But this is our goal right now. There's nothing holding it except failure. So I don't really know what to do. And as I look at this, I'm starting to remember that maybe I attempted this once before with very limited success when I first got it home. So I'll see if we can get some welding gas, and then we'll go to it. I should have known it was hopeless. Turns out those tanks are just about as empty as the ones in the truck. So it doesn't look like there's going to be any spindle freeing up today. All I'm accomplishing here is getting the grease on the thing hot enough that it'll burn down my building in my sleep. So that's great. So I will have to make a trip to the welding store and get some new tanks for both the truck and for in here. And probably buy a new set of regulators so that I do not have to waste the truck gas on projects like this. Okay, I gotta show you that ingenuity is working. If I use the tractor after heating it as pathetically as I did and tap it with a hammer, I can help it, and I've gotten it to move a little. So I'm gonna keep going and see what happens. that's an altogether different place than it was. I got some movement. I'm going to see if I can grease it in that position now. Maybe by moving it, I opened it up to be able to take grease. I don't know. Oh. Nope, not really. Maybe. Actually, I did. Cool. Grease is coming out the bottom. I'm going to grease it till it just don't know when to quit. Out of all sides. It's obviously following the path of least resistance there. We'll start it up again and see if we can turn it differently. Come on, baby doll. Okay, well, we can turn left very nicely, and we can turn right most of the way. I hope, we'll see that the more we drive it, the better it will get. It's loose in the middle range. It's just the two extreme ends naturally that are not the best, but we don't know. Maybe this was messed up before where it wouldn't turn very good, because as we can see, somebody has welded, because that was obviously probably slipping on there, maybe because the spindle was stuck already. So anyway, I'm happy though. I didn't really have to heat it all that much. I mean, couldn't. We were out of welding gas, but we were able to get it where we can definitely drive it now. That did open up a can of worms though, I think. And I noticed it was dripping underneath here on the steering. So I don't know if it has like a relief valve and that's what was dripping, or if the old O-rings in there are letting loose. Not real sure. Might have to look in the shop book and see how it's made. But anyway, doesn't look like it's leaking now. That's what makes me think it's probably like a, you know, saving the pump by letting the oil run out on the ground. I think I used enough grease to keep this tractor busy for the next 30 years, but sometimes that's what it takes. If you can turn it a little, grease it, turn it, grease it, the grease will come in different places and hopefully, you know, get loose. Boy, I wish that this was not welded so that I could take that off and drive it down out of here. You know, then I could get it 100%, but I can't, beggars can't be choosers, I suppose. This is pretty good for the setup we got. If I can run across a new spindle and, you know, all this at some point, I probably will grab it. You know, maybe a whole axle, just to be, you know, ready for when this ultimately fails. Although maybe when it fails, it'll steer off the road into a tree and kill me, so it won't matter. But you never know, you know. So you better be ready for whatever happens. As always, if you enjoy the videos, give them a thumbs up. Leave a comment. Tell me how dumb I am. Tell me you liked it. Tell me you don't know why you just wasted that half hour of your life. Anything you say helps the channel out, and then we can keep making Oliver and White videos like this. And if you haven't already, click the subscribe button so you don't miss the next installment. And as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.